Hello children, let's come back to our maths class. Today we are going to continue our exercise 3.13. We have already completed the first two sums, yes? Third sums. First three sums we have completed in our previous class. So today we are going to continue with sum number 4. Write down your classwork. Write down today's date. Write down question number 4. If A, B are real, then show that the roots of the equation A minus B the whole x square minus 6A plus B the whole x minus 9 A minus B is equal to 0 are real and unequal. So they have given you that A and B are real, and they have said that equation, that is particular equation is given to you, and the roots of the equation are real and unequal. Before we proceed with our exercise 3.13, let's have a small recap of the nature of roots that we have listed in the form of table. Okay children, tell me how to find out the value for delta? Yes, B square minus 4AC. Yes, good. And if you get a value for delta as positive, if the delta is greater than 0, what about the nature? It's real and unequal. Yes, you have a real and unequal roots. Good. If you get a delta value which is less than 0, what is the meaning of less than 0? That is, if you get a negative answer, what type of nature you have? It's no real root. That is, you are not going to have any real root. Okay, one more thing. If delta is equal to 0, if the value for delta is equal to 0, we say that the nature of the root is real and equal. Clear children? Listen here once again. If you have the value for delta as positive, if delta is greater than 0, it is a real and unequal root. Okay, real and unequal. If delta is less than 0, no real root. If delta is equal to 0, it's a real and equal root. So clear with the nature of the root. So you have to remember these different conditions, and we are going to follow with the sum. For sum number 4, what is the condition given? The roots are real and unequal. Real and unequal means you have to get a value for delta which is positive. So if you get the value for delta as positive, you may say that the roots are real and unequal. Just keep this in your mind. The thing is, you have to get a value for delta as a positive answer. And if you get if suppose the condition is for real and equal, means you have to get the value for delta as 0. Same way, if you get a negative, you say it is having no real root. Let's proceed with the sum 4. I hope you are ready with the question. Let's start with the answer, children. Write down. I'll take down the question first. So take down the equation once again. Exercise 3.13. Sum number 4. 4s. So equation is A minus B the whole x square minus 6A plus B the whole x minus 9A minus B is equal to 0. A minus B the whole x square minus 6A plus B the whole x minus 9A minus B is equal to 0. Okay. So they have said that the value for A and B are real. And what about the roots of the equation? The roots of the equation should be a real and unequal. Let's find out the value over here. So starting, always the first step is find out the value for A, find out the value for B, and also find out the value for C. What is the value for A, children? Here, A is equal to the coefficient of x square. What comes with the x square part? A minus B. So here A is equal to A minus B. Okay. What is B, children? The coefficient of x. You have to focus on the sign also. So what is the sign? Yeah, it's minus 6 a plus b. I'll write here minus 6 a plus b. And what is the c? You have to write down the whole constant term. So what is the constant term here? The full part. That is minus 9 a minus b. So here, what is the value for a, children? It's a minus b. What is the value for b? Minus 6 a plus b. And what is the value for c? Minus 9 a minus b. So this is what we get from the equation. Now what are we going to do? The question is to prove whether they are real and unequal. Yes? So we are going to find out the value for delta. Let's find the value for delta. Delta is equal to, what is the formula for delta? B square minus 4ac. So let's go on substituting the values, children. So I get here, this is equal to b square minus 6 a plus b. I'll just put a square bracket because already we have a round bracket over here. So minus 6 a plus b the whole square minus 4 into a. What is a? A minus b. What is c? Minus 9 a minus b. So try to write down this in a bracket, children. Minus 9 a minus b. That's all. So we have substituted the value for b square minus 4ac. That's minus 6 a plus b the whole square minus 4 into a minus b into minus 9 a minus b. Let's open the bracket. Put your pens down and just listen to the explanation carefully, children, because you may have confusions over here. So just put your pens down and listen. I'll just give you time to write down the answer. So this is equal to, see for the first part, it's b square. So we have minus 6 a plus b the whole square. So this square is for 6 and also for a plus b. Yeah. So what do you get here? 36. 6 6 are 36. A plus b the whole square. So write down here a plus b the whole square. I hope you're clear. Do not just write a plus b. The square is for minus 6. So minus 6 into minus 6, 36. Minus minus plus. So you get 36 a plus b the whole square minus. Let's take the multiplication over here, children. See here, minus 4 into minus 9. What is minus 4 into minus 9? Minus minus plus. 4 into 9, 36. So I get here plus 36. Clear? Okay. Now see here, children. So minus 4 is, I have taken minus 4. I have taken minus 9. So minus into minus gives you plus. And 4 into 9 is 36. What is left here? A minus b, a minus b. Yes. So we get here a minus b the whole square. You clear, children? So we have 2 times a minus b, a minus b. So I have just taken it as a minus b the whole square. Are you clear? Okay. Now let's continue with the next step. So now I hope you are clear with the answer. So just write down the answer, children. Is it clear? Yes. So take down the answer. So what we get? 6 square is 36. That minus 6 square is 36. A plus b the whole square. Minus 4 into minus 9 is plus 36. A minus b into a minus b. It's a minus b the whole square. Okay. Now let's proceed with the sum. So what I am going to do here is, I am going to take the common number or the common term. What is common in both the terms? 36, 36. Take 36 common. So once you take 36 common, what is left here, children? What is left here? A plus b the whole square. Okay. A plus b the whole square is left. What is the main sign here? Plus. What is left here? A minus b the whole square. So 36, a plus b the whole square plus a minus b the whole square. Clear? So I have just taken the common part 36 out. Now let me apply the formula and I'll expand the term which is inside the bracket. So I'll get here 36. What is the formula for a plus b the whole square, children? Yes, say the formula. A square plus 2ab plus b square. a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay. Here I have a plus sign, so no need to worry about the sign. If you have a minus sign, what happens? The sign gets changed, okay? After minus sign, whatever comes, you have to change the sign. But here we have a plus sign, so no need to worry about the plus signs. We can just write the terms directly. So this is a minus b the whole square. What is a minus b the whole square? Yes, tell the formula. It's a square minus 2ab plus b square. Good. Write down the formula. So we write down here a square minus 2ab plus b square. So I have just applied the formula for a plus b the whole square, and also we have written the formula for a minus b the whole square. Now let's try to add the like terms, okay? So see here children, we have 2ab and minus 2ab, so which can be cancelled. Plus 2ab minus 2ab gets cancelled. So a square plus a square plus a square. That means 1a square plus 1a square. What is the coefficient here? 1. What is the coefficient here? 1. So 1 plus 1, 2. So this is equal to 36, 2a square plus 2b square. I hope you are clear with the calculation. 2ab minus 2ab gets cancelled. A square plus a square gives you 2a square. B square plus b square gives you 2b square. Just tell me children, again, what can be taken common here? 2 is here, 2 is here. So what I am going to do is I am going to take 2 common out. So this is equal to 36 into 2. What is left? A square plus b square. So 72 a square plus b square. So we have got our answer as 72 a square plus b square. Take down the sums. This is a very, the sum may be very complicated, but when you just go on simplifying the steps, it is very, very easy. So by looking at the sum, you have to just don't feel that it is very tough. I'm not able to attend the sum. Try the sum. Once you try, you get the solution. So what is that we are arriving at? So we have arrived at delta is equal to. So I got the value for delta. What is the value for delta, children? Yes, 72 a square plus b square. I'll just rub this part. Write down here. Delta is equal to 72 a square plus b square. Okay. Now, what is the thing that we have to prove? Come to the question. If a, b are real, then show that the roots of the equation are real and unequal. I have already told you that if you have to get the real, or if you have to get the roots as real and unequal, the value for delta should be positive. What is the meaning of positive? It should be greater than 0. Just see here children, what about the value? Are you getting a positive value? Yes. You are having 72 a square plus b square. That is, you are getting a positive value here. You can say here delta is greater than 0. Here delta is greater than 0. Therefore, the roots are real and unequal. Hence proved. I hope you are clear, because we are getting a number which is greater than 0. We are getting a number 72. We are getting a multiple of 72. 72 into something. So 72 into something is going to be greater than 0. So you have to say the roots are real and unequal. Hence proved. Clear children? Okay, good. Now let's move to the next question. Now take down sum number 5. Copy down the question. This all questions are important questions. You may have this type of questions for application, or it may be asked under compulsory question. Okay children? And this will be for 5 marks. So just be careful for the sums. It's very easy, just by do not. As we have heard We have heard a proverb, yes, do not judge a book by its cover. So by looking at the sum, you should not say, oh, this will be a tough. You have to go on doing the steps. You have to follow all the procedures, all the instructions, and you will arrive at a solution. So just never judge a sum by the question. You have to work out, and when you go on applying and when you go on solving, surely you are going to arrive at a solution. So what does maths teach us, children? Yes. What does maths teach us? Maths teach us to find a solution to a problem. We may have many problems, yes, but what does maths help us to do? Maths help us to solve the problem. So always we have to try. So when you go on trying, you will be successful. So let's work out all the type of sums. So we are not going to skip any sums. All the sums are important. Let's go for sum number 5. I hope all are enjoying your works and all are doing it properly. Yes, children? Yes. Here are the question. So if the roots of the equation c square minus ab the whole x square minus 2a square minus bc the whole x plus b square minus ac is equal to 0 are real and equal, prove that either a is equal to 0 or a cube plus b cube plus c cube is equal to 3abc. I'll just continue the sum over here, children. X square minus 2 a square minus bcx. Okay, then last term is b square minus ac is equal to 0 plus b square minus ac is equal to 0. Okay, so this is the equation given to us. Let's check the equation. It's 2a square minus bc. Yeah, c square minus ab the whole x square minus 2a square minus bc the whole x plus b square minus ac is equal to 0. And what they have given you? They are asking you that this is an equation and you have to show that the roots of the equation are real and equal. They have given that if the roots of the equation are real and equal, that means these roots are real and equal. That means what is the value for delta, children? Real and equal means the value for delta is equal to 0. So we are going to take the value for delta as 0. Okay. If the roots are real and equal, then you have to prove that either, continue your sum, to prove a is equal to 0 or a cube plus b cube plus c cube is equal to 3abc. So this is what we have to prove. We have to prove a is equal to 0 or a cube plus b cube plus c cube is equal to 3abc. Okay, let's start with the work, children. Write down here. Here, what is a? The coefficient of x square. What is the coefficient of x square? Yeah, what comes along with x square? C square minus ab. What is b? The coefficient of x. What comes along with x? Minus 2 a square minus bc. Okay, minus 2 a square minus bc. What is the constant term, children? The constant term is b square minus ac. Are you clear? So we have found the value for a, b and c from the given equation. How you get the value for a? The coefficient of x square, c square minus ab. How you find the value for b? Coefficient of x minus 2 a square minus bc. C is a constant term. What is the constant term, children? B square minus AC. Let's find out the value for delta. What is the formula for delta? B square minus 4AC. Let's substitute the value for delta. Substitute all the values. So this is equal to minus 2 a square minus bc the whole square. B square minus 2 A square minus BC the whole square minus 4 into A. What is A? C square minus AB. What is C? 4B square minus 4. A I have written and B I have to write. So it's minus 2 A square. I just can put a square bracket here. Minus 2 A square minus BC. Very, very important thing is substitute the value correctly. So minus 2. Yeah, we are making mistakes. So it's B square minus AC. Yes. That's what is a very important thing. Substitute the work calculation carefully. B square minus AC. Okay, done. Let me check it. B square minus 2. A square minus BC the whole square. Okay. Minus 4A. Done. C. Yes. B square minus AC. So we have substituted the value for delta. That is, I have substituted the value for B, A and C. Let's proceed with the work, children. I hope you are doing the sums along with me. Follow the steps, children. Okay, so now we are going to simplify the sum. So this is equal to, let's go for the calculation. This is minus 2 the whole square. Minus 2 the whole square gives you 4. Minus 2 into minus 2, 4. Okay. A square minus BC the whole square. I have told you that the square will go for both the terms. The square will go to minus 2 and also the square will go to A square minus BC. So 4 A square minus BC the whole square minus, okay, 4. Let me keep 4 as it is. I'll just keep 4 as it is and I'm going to multiply these two terms together. See the multiplication carefully. I'm keeping 4 out. I'm not going to take 4 now. I'll multiply first these two terms. So C square into B square. What is C square into B square? C square B square. Right up. C square B square. Don't get confused. I have not taken minus 4. Minus 4 is as it is. I'm not touching minus 4. I'm just multiplying these two brackets. So C square into B square is C square B square. C square into minus AC. C square into minus AC. What is C square into minus AC? C square and AC. 1A and how many C's? 2 and 1. So total 3 C's. And what is the sign? Minus sign. You write down here minus AC cube. I hope you are clear with the step, children. Do not get confused. C square into B square. C square B square. C square into AC. So we have one more AC here. So C square and C. So totally 3 C's. So you get minus AC cube. Okay, let's go for the next multiplication. Minus AB into B square. Minus AB into B square. What is minus AB into B square? Minus, we have one minus and yes, children. So minus AB cube. I'll just continue here. Minus AB cube. Next, minus AB minus AC. Minus AB into minus AC. Minus minus plus A into A square. B into C. BC. Okay. So minus AB cube A square BC. I hope you are clear. I'll rub this part, children, because if I rub this part, I'll be able to expand the terms clearly. So let me continue with the sum. So now here again, this is A square minus BC the whole square. So you have to expand using A minus B the whole square formula. What is A minus B the whole square formula? A square minus 2AB plus B square. What is the formula for A minus B the whole square? A square minus 2AB plus B square. Okay, so let's apply the formula for A minus B the whole square. So this is equal to 4. A square, I'll just write down the formula here. So it will be easy for you, yes? Okay, I'll put here since a minus b the whole square is a square minus 2ab plus b square. Let me apply the formula. So we have 4 a square. A square square. What is a square square? A square square is a raised to m the whole raised to n. What is a raised to m the whole raised to n? A raised to mn. That is, I have to multiply this two number. So what is 2 into 2? 4. Yes. So a square square is a raised to 4. Multiply 2 and 2. 2 2s are 4. Okay. So this is a raised to 4. I have completed a square part. Minus 2 into a into b. 2 into, what is a? A square. What is b? bc. So what is the answer? 2 a square bc. 2 a square bc. A raised to 4 minus 2a square bc. Okay. Next. B square. B square means what? bc the whole square. Square will go to both the term, children. So you get plus b square c square. I hope you are clear with the multiplication. See, what was here? A square square. So what is a square square? A square square is equal to a raised to 4. 2 2s are 4. Then this is the middle expansion, middle term. 2 into a square into bc. So you get 2 a square bc. And the last one is bc the whole square. So you get b square c square. So we have expanded the first part. Minus. So what is left now? Let me open the bracket. So minus 4 into c square b square. You may feel the sum is very tough and so many things you will be having about the sum. The sum is confusing. We have many terms which we are having confused part. But let's do it slowly. I'll be just doing it slowly. I'll explain to you the steps twice. No problem. You just understand the concept. I hope you are clear with the first part, children. Okay, are you clear with the first step? Okay, now let's go for the next part. It's minus 4 into c square b square. Minus 4 into c square b square. What is the answer? Minus 4 c square b square. Direct answer. Minus 4 c square b square. Minus minus plus. Minus into minus plus. 4 into ac cube. 4 ac cube. I'll just continue the term below, children. Now minus into minus. Minus into minus plus. Plus 4 ab cube. Minus into minus plus 4 ab cube. Minus into plus minus 4 a square bc. Minus 4 a square bc. I hope you are clear with the expansion. The first part we have used a minus b the whole square formula. I got the expansion. Now here I am just multiplying by minus 4. So minus 4 into c square b square minus 4 c square b square. Minus minus plus 4 ac cube. Minus minus plus 4 ab cube. Minus plus minus 4 a square bc. That's all. You are just multiplying by 4 and you have to think of the sign. If you have minus and plus, it's minus. Minus minus plus. Just follow it. Now let me open the bracket, children. See here. I'm going to open the bracket here. So I get here 4a raised to 4. 4 into a raised to 4. 4a raised to 4. Minus 4 into 2 a square bc. 4 2s are 8. A square bc. 4 into b square c square. 4 b square c square. So what do you get? 4 a raised to 4 minus 8 a square bc plus 4 b square c square minus, I'll write the same term here. I'm just going to continue. C square b square plus 4ac cube plus 4ab cube minus 4a square bc. So I have just taken all the terms together. Be careful. So we have taken all the terms. So let's see what are the terms that can be cancelled or simplified. So what is left here now? Yes, see, I'll take the a power. I'll take the highest power first. How I'll take? Okay, first I'll take this term, 4a raised to 4. Take the term first, 4a raised to 4. Okay, now see here children. I'll write this term, b cube term and c cube term, plus 4ab cube plus 4ac cube. I'll take a raised to 4 term, I'll take the b cube term, I'll take the c cube term. Now be careful with this term children. Here we have a square bc, a square bc. Again here we have a square bc. Be careful, see, they are like terms. Minus 8 a square bc, 4 a square bc. So they are like term. What is the coefficient here? Minus 8. Minus 8 a square bc. What we have here? Minus 4 a square bc. Minus 8 minus 4, what is the answer children? Minus 8 minus 4? Minus minus plus. So you get minus 12 a square bc. So I have solved the second and this part. I have solved the like term. Minus 8 a square bc minus 4 a square bc. I hope you are clear. Okay, now let's group the next term. What is here? 4b square c square. 4b square c square. And what is given here? Again 4, it's c square b square. C square b square and b square c square is one and the same children. So this and this term gets cancelled. B square c square, b square c square. So 4b square c square, 4b square c square. So the term gets cancelled. So what is left now? 4a raised to 4 plus 4ab cube plus 4ac cube minus 12a square bc. Okay, this is what is left. So this is the value for delta. Yes. And we know that the delta is, I'll just write down here. So we have found the value for delta. What is the condition given here? The roots are real and equal. So write down, since roots are real and equal, what about the delta? Delta is equal to 0. So we have found the value for delta. Yes children? So write down here, therefore 4a raised to 4 plus 4ab cube plus 4ac cube minus 12 a square bc is equal to 0. I hope you are clear. Yes. Now let's go for the common part. We are going to take the common part here. What is the thing that you are going to take common here? I'll take first 4 common. Okay. I'll take 4 common. And also I can take a common. Let me take 4 and a common. So what we get here? 4. See? 4 I can take common. 4 I can take common. 4 I can take common. 12. So 4 3s are 12. Your 4 a's are there. 1 a is there. 1 a is there. 2 a is there. So what are you going to take common? 4 and a. So 4, a is taken common. A cube plus 4 is taken, a is taken. So what is left here? B cube. Okay. Here 4 is taken, a is taken. So what is left here? C cube minus 4 3s are 12. A, from 2a, 1a is taken. So 3a, b, c is equal to 0. I hope you are clear with the common part. What are we taking common? 4 is taken common, and also we have taken a as common. So what is left here? A cube. From 4, 1a is taken. So a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc. So is equal to 0. Clear? So now just go for the proof part. What is the thing that we have to prove? We have to prove that a is equal to 0 or a cube plus b cube plus c cube is equal to 3abc. Let's go for the sum, children. So we are going to arrive at the conclusion over here. So now we are going to give this 0 to both the terms. What we have here? 4a and we have this. So I'm going to write down 4a is equal to 0. See here carefully, children. 4a is equal to 0 or a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc is equal to 0. Are you clear with the step? See, 4a, like when we have seen the factorization race, we would have like this: x minus 2, x plus 3 is equal to 0. So what we do? We take x minus 2 is equal to 0, yes, or x plus 3 is equal to 0. We just follow this manner. Do you remember this? Yes, so we are going to follow the same manner over here. So what we get here? 4a is equal to 0 or a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc is equal to 0. Therefore, a is equal to 0. The 4 goes down. So 0 upon 4, 0. A is equal to 0 or a cube plus b cube plus c cube. This is minus 3abc. So when minus 3ab goes to this side, it's plus 3abc. So I get this is equal to 3abc. See, children, we have proved the part, hence proved. So I get a is equal to 0 or a cube plus b cube plus c cube is equal to 3abc. This is what we have to prove. So this, remember, the calculation part is the important part where if we are correct, we arrive at the conclusion. So do not make mistake when that is when you are multiplying or when you are opening the bracket. So be careful when you are simplifying. That's all. I hope you are clear with the sums. Okay, so now let's go for the homework part, children. Take down your homework. Homework is from exercise 3.13. I want you to try out the fifth sum once again. You are going to try the fifth sum once again. Whatever, that same sum. Homework is the fifth sum. You are not going to copy the classwork as it is. You are going to refer your sum and you are going to close your books and you are going to write down the homework as a test. So sum number 5 is a test for you. That is, you are going to close your classwork and you are going to try whether you are able to get your answers. I hope you are clear with the homework question. Homework question is exercise 3.13, the fifth sum. Once again, you are going to try out the sum. And also, you are going to complete 3 solved examples, children. You are going to complete 3.41, 4.2 and 4.3. Solved examples 3.41, 4.2, 4.3. So this is your homework. Homework is exercise 3.13, question number 5, the sum that we have done in our classwork. You are going to just practice your fifth sum and you are going to close your book and without looking at the classwork, you are going to complete your sum number 5 as a test. So just try to write like a test. You think that this is your test. You are going to complete sum number 5 and along with that, you are going to complete 3 solved examples. That is 3.41, 3.42 and 3.43. I hope you are clear with exercise 3.13. So we have completed with exercise 3.13. I'll be teaching you, that is, we'll be doing exercise 3.14 in the next class. But before we go to exercise 3.14, we have some formulas to be written. So today we are going to write down some of the formulas so that when we go for exercise 3.14, it will be easy for the reference. We can just refer the formulas and we can continue our sum. So I hope you have taken down the sum. Give the heading points to remember. So homework only 4 sums. Okay children, already one sum is you have already have done. So you have to just practice the sum once again and you have to write like a test. So give the heading points to remember. Okay, let's go with the work. So this is the points for your exercise 3.14. So write down the formula here. First formula is you are going to write down for alpha plus beta. Remember the formula for alpha plus beta? For the sum of roots, if you have two roots, what is alpha and beta here? Alpha is a root, beta is a root. So what is the sum of two roots? The formula is minus b upon a. I'll be giving you a clear idea of how to use the formula in the next class. That is when we are going to do our exercise 3.14. So now you have to remember what are the formulas that we are going to deal with. The first one is alpha plus beta, which is given as minus b upon a. Go for the second formula, alpha beta. What's the formula? Alpha beta. What is the formula for alpha beta? C upon a. So tell me the formula for alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a. What is the formula for alpha beta? C upon a. Write down the third formula, alpha minus beta. How to find alpha minus beta? Square root of alpha plus beta the whole square minus 4 alpha beta. Write down the formulas. Alpha minus beta is equal to square root of alpha plus beta the whole square minus 4 alpha beta. Have it taken down? Okay, let's go for the next one. The fourth one is alpha square plus beta square. Alpha square plus beta square. The formula is alpha plus beta the whole square minus 2 alpha beta. That is the formula. Alpha square plus beta square is equal to alpha plus beta the whole square minus 2 alpha beta. Let's repeat the formulas. What is the first formula? Alpha plus beta. What is the formula for alpha plus beta? Minus b upon a. What is the formula for alpha beta? C upon a. What is the formula for alpha minus beta? Square root of alpha plus beta the whole square minus 4 alpha beta. I'll repeat once again. Alpha minus beta is equal to square root of alpha plus beta the whole square minus 4 alpha beta. What is the formula for alpha square plus beta square? Alpha plus beta the whole square minus 2 alpha beta. So you have to learn your formulas. Okay, next one. Write down the fifth formula. It is alpha cube minus beta cube. Alpha cube minus beta. Write down. Alpha minus beta cube. Alpha minus beta cube plus 3 alpha, alpha minus beta. What is the formula for alpha cube minus beta cube? Alpha minus beta the whole cube plus 3 alpha, alpha minus beta. So this is the fifth formula. So I am just giving you an idea of formulas that we are going to use for the next class. And that is not in the next class, that is for exercise 3.14. You have to just go through all these formulas. Let's continue with some more formulas. Take the next one. Alpha raised to 4 plus beta raised to 4. Right on. Sixth one, I'll just continue. Alpha raised to 4 plus beta raised to 4. This is equal to alpha square plus beta square minus 2 alpha square beta square. That's all, children. So totally 6 for we have we can just go on applying as many formulas. So for just basic formulas, just understand we have just taken here alpha cube minus beta cube. We know the formula for alpha cube plus beta cube. So just a small changes and we get the required formula. So let's have a small let's have one more. Let's repeat the formula once. Everyone has to repeat the formula along with me. Say the formula, children. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus B upon A. Alpha beta is equal to C upon A. Alpha minus beta is equal to square root of alpha plus beta the whole square minus 4 alpha beta. Alpha square plus beta square is equal to alpha plus beta the whole square minus 2 alpha beta. Alpha cube minus beta cube is equal to alpha minus beta cube plus 3 alpha minus beta. See, alpha minus beta the whole cube. Just change the sign here. Plus 3 alpha minus beta. Alpha raised to 4 plus beta raised to 4. It's alpha square plus beta square the whole square minus 2 alpha square beta square. Let's repeat the formula for alpha raised to 4 plus beta raised to 4. What is the formula? Alpha square plus beta square the whole square minus 2 alpha square beta square. So these are some of the formulas that you have to remember. Just you have to prepare these formulas also. Just go on studying your formulas also, children. Okay, children? So you are clear. I hope you are clear with the homework parts. Yes. Exercise 3.13, sum number 5. Again, the classwork sum you are going to write down again as a homework one. And also you have to complete your solved examples 3.41, 4.2 and 3.43. So we'll be continuing with exercise 3.14 in the next class.